Let's do like a review of the Mario game because basically yesterday we finished it. So let's do a little review of Mario Odyssey. So the first criteria will be gameplay. I think the mechanics of the gameplay, the balance and the variety. I think the mechanics were pretty intuitive, but a little simple. I think the balance of the game, it was a little too easy. The platforming was, I think, the most fun part of the game, but I think there are a lot of platforming was side quests. I think it would have been fun if the platforming was more of the main stuff, but it was more for like getting moons and stuff. So I think platforming could have been a more important part of the game. The bosses were really easy for the main game, so I think it could have been a little more difficult. Variety was fun just because each kingdom had its own little theme. I would give gameplay, I'll give it a 6. The story was fun. It's a little childish, but it is, probably for a broad audience, so I can't fault it too much for that. It's a Mario narrative, so story, I would give it a 4. I don't think it's a very story-driven game. For graphics, the graphics was fire. Like, the art was never looked. It was like it was second quality. It always looked really, really clean and immersive, and it was a beautiful, beautiful game. Needed more Yoshi. That would have been cool if Yoshi was in it, because Yoshi is a fan favorite. So, I think the graphics were beautiful. The world was beautiful. Every world, they varied depending on the kingdom, but I think it was super, super fun to be in that world regardless every time. So I would give it an 8 for graphics. Sound and music, there was no voice acting, which is a negative. I guess for a cartoon game like this, maybe you don't need so much voice acting. Hi Crown, we're reviewing Mario Odyssey right now. The sound was great. The sound was amazing. I think it became exciting and it never felt repetitive. And the sound definitely added to the game for sure. I'll give it a 7 just because no voice acting and stuff. Replayability. Replayability is great. I think you can go back and you can play so much more of the game that I didn't go through because I didn't want to go looking for the moons. But I think there's a lot of content to be explored, a lot of things to do post-game. Replayability, I would give it an 8 just because there's so much content if you go after the moons and try to get to the darker side of the moon. Originality and creativity, I think the hat thing was pretty creative. I would say it became a little repetitive after a while. Like, they could have done way more with the hat stuff. I would give it a 7 for innovation. I think the different kingdoms was great though. So, emotional impact. It was a Mario game. It was cute. It was just fun to like play a casual game casually. It wasn't so engrossing, but I would say it was still very enjoyable the whole way. I would give it another 7 for that. Value. I think there was a lot of content. I think the quality didn't diminish at all throughout the whole game. So I think it's like a $50 title. So I think there's a lot of content for the price you pay. I'll give it an 8. And then I would just give it, I guess, the general feeling I get from it. I'm taking a score from all of these categories, and then we're gonna average them. But I think overall, just enjoyability and how I felt after I finished the game, I would probably give it a 7. It was easy, lighthearted. I never didn't enjoy playing it. I think every new kingdom gave new things to explore and utilize. So I really enjoyed the playthrough. I would give it an 8 for just overall enjoyability. Hi Grace, how you doing? Hi Brown Heart, hello. So let's average these, and then we'll get a final score for Super Mario Odyssey. So our final score for Super Mario Odyssey is a 7. I think that's pretty fair. I would think that's a score that I would probably give it after playing through the whole game. 7 is a great number. Yeah, I'll give Super Mario Odyssey a 7. 7 out of 10.